I calculated what percentage of my life was done. I was 24 back then, and I was supposed to be dying at 76, according to life expectancy. And so I decided to sort of use the remaining 2/3 of my life to do something that actually excites me, actually is valuable to me and to the world.
We are back in Singapore! We decided to come back this year because here are lots of cool companies to see, and we are not only visiting totally different companies in Singapore, but we are also heading to Vietnam. I'm looking forward to see the differences between a world-leading country like Singapore and a developing country like Vietnam. Oh, Singapore! MOIN Singapore 2019. We are here on the Switch conference, which is the biggest tech conference in Southeast Asia. In Singapore, you will find one of the fastest growing agencies in the world, RedHill. The founders just started this with only $2,000 in their pocket, and now, only 5 years later, they are 80 people working from all over the world. Have you ever faced the issue when you go to a shared flat that the host is not there and you don't have access to the keys? There's a solution now, Igloo Home. These are smart lock boxes where you find the key which has been put there by the host, and you've got access to the apartment. Imagine you're moving from Germany to Singapore. And for that you need what? A moving service. Because you don't know how to find an apartment, you don't know about the immigration process, and you even don't know how to get a smartphone. And all that it's being done by MOOVAZ.
I think the most important attitude of a founder is basically the ability to not be knocked down. You have to never give up. Every day we have new problems that come, right? New things go wrong, and it's very important for a startup founder to not give up ever. Because if you hang in there long enough, sooner or later someone's going to come about to help you, or the solution will present itself.
In Singapore, you'll find a really vibrant startup atmosphere, and to understand this a little bit better, we are now meeting Thaddeus Ko, who is a mover and shaker of the Singaporean startup scene. One of the most popular video makers of all time has just opened his headquarters in Singapore, NAS Daily!
I studied economics and a little bit of computer science. I joined Venmo as a software engineer for 1.5 years, and then I quit it. I calculated what percentage of my life was done. I was 24 back then, and I was supposed to be dying at 76, according to life expectancy. 24 out of 76, I was 32% done with life. So I decided to sort of use the remaining 2/3 of my life to do something that actually excites me, actually is valuable to me and to the world. I started a channel on Facebook called NAS Daily, and I started making videos every single day for 1,000 days. After 270 videos, so after 270 days, NAS Daily was still a failure. It was, I don't know, 50,000 likes, it was 5,000 views average, so it wasn't worth the effort. On day 270, I made one video, it blew up. It became an overnight success that took 270 days. And after 1,000 days, 14 million people decided to follow me on this journey, and that was NAS Daily.
Singapore was amazing. Let's go to Vietnam. We've arrived in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, because we want to discover the real Southeast Asia, as Singapore is only the introduction into Southeast Asia. Here is going on the really crazy shit. We're coming together here to celebrate our MOIN Saigon 2019 event with speeches from Vietnam and Germany. Besides celebrating our MOIN Startup Camp here in Ho Chi Minh City, we are visiting startups every day in their offices. The logistics company LoginVan found his first drivers waiting in a queue in front of the border, and the founders went to every single truck and giving them a note for LoginVan and explains them what the service is all about, that they can earn money and the truck is more loaded with goods. Discovered that Vietnam is totally different from Singapore, not only for the country itself but as well for the startups, as here you will find many startups with very basic ideas, very good and smart ideas, but with the people striving for success and engaging so much and so enthusiastic, pushing their ideas forward. I'm really fascinated about this country. Totally crazy week, no sleep at all, some fails, some succeeds. So many impressions, so many great startups. I'm totally exhausted and totally flashed by all these countries, Singapore and Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. We see each other next time for the next vacation. Und damit bin ich raus. Bam!
Y'all ready for this?
Everybody listen here.
Yeah, the lights! Yeah!
Daniela. Daniela.